think I'm going to hold this anyway. Good evening. Hey, first, will you please join me in thanking the champion of renewable energy, the champion of the affordable housing, and the leading Latino Democrat in the Virginia General Assembly, Alfonso. Who is so passionate, tells such a good story, and is just such an inspiration to all of us. And it's been a good week for me. I won the spelling bee. I got to sit behind Hillary Clinton for 4 hours. I got to vote for the Exit Bank this afternoon, which is a great run. Tomorrow, as Jerry says, we're going to vote to save the government for the next 2 years and restore a little bit of confidence, by postponing the debt ceiling and actually raising the sequester limits and all kinds of good things. And it's a great day because I get to serve every day with Jerry Conway. He's always got that Irish twinkle in his eye, that incredible Irish memory, that Irish temper, and never in doubt. I look to Jerry as my role model in the House. I kid people that the votes go up on the board and I look to see how Jerry votes and then I do the opposite. Which is not true. I go up and I see what he does and then I go figure out if I was going to do the opposite, why was I going to do it? He's a great partner. And together, hopefully we'll do good things for Northern Virginia, for Metro, for many, many other things. And I am so pleased to be here with my favorite Attorney General of all time, Mark Beyer. Usually when you win a close election, you're a little skittish. You're a little like, you only won by 165 votes on December 16th or something. And you try to get some nice middle-of-the-road positions and pick up some Republicans and some moderates and consolidate your base. This guy came out of the block like a wild man. Immediately taking the most controversial position he could on marriage equality, and then continuing to be, I think, the boldest Attorney General in the United States. And I'm so proud. Which is why I thought he was a lock for the governor's nomination in 2017. Which surprised me when he decided that it was more meaningful and more important for him to do a great job as Attorney General for 8 years than risk losing it after 4 years. And that's a gift to all of us. That he managed. I'm on the first tonight to declare myself Mark Herring for governor in 2021. And it is wonderful to be here with the Dreamers. They all have great stories. If you have a chance to talk to them about criminal justice and business and accounting and math, they're a wonderful group of people, as American as any of the kids who were born here. So thank you, Dreamers. And let me quickly pile on Mark's and Jerry's comments about working hard. I'm a deep believer in karma. You get what you work for. You reap what you sow. And, I'm now, Jerry and I are 2 of 188 Democrats in the House. That's the fewest since Harry Truman was president in 1947. Poor Alfonso is 33, probably close to the fewest since Reconstruction. And we cannot give up. We have to be optimistic and hopeful and work harder and harder and harder every day to turn that around. We will turn that around. But, so the girlfriend I had before Megan, she had a grandmother whose wisdom was, you should accept every invitation. If it's legal and moral, go. Because nothing happens at home. You never remember the night you made lasagna or washed your hair. So get out. The opposite of that is if you should accept every invitation, you should issue the invitations. That the world works by invitation. I've just developed a small reputation as a fundraiser. The only thing I do is I invite people to come to the party. They don't have to come, but you invite and invite and invite. We're going to have lousy turnover last year. 1 in 3 eligible Virginians voted for Jerry, for me, for John Faust. Actually voted at all, not voted for us. And we can have the same thing in this off year election, unless we invite every person we know to get out and come to the polls. The world works by invitation. It's our job to spend every waking moment inviting them to be part of it. Look, I'm thrilled to be here tonight in the sacred hall of the most holy Jerry Connolly St. Patrick's Day celebration. Actually, in the heart of Fairfax County. And I was telling our special guest tonight that the road to the White House does, in fact, run right through Fairfax County. And it's a great honor for me to introduce our new friend, the new face of the Democratic Party, Joaquin Castro. And Joaquin was the Wunderkind, that's German. 17 years old, he got into Stanford. And then goes off from Stanford to Harvard Law School, where some guy when Obama went. He and his identical twin brother grew up watching their mother, who was a first-generation Mexican-American, fight for social change as a community organizer, a city council candidate, and a political party chairwoman in Southwest Texas. And now the brothers Castro are doing the same thing at the federal level. So Joaquin, who's the better-looking identical twin, I'll say his own report. He was elected to the Texas House of Representatives when he was 28, and to Congress 3 years ago when he was just 38. He introduced his brother as the keynote speaker at the 2012 Democratic Convention, and of course his brother is now the Housing Secretary in President Obama's cabinet. Jerry and I, by the way, were two of the Democrats on an issue that divided a lot of Democrats about whether trade agreements are the right way to lift everybody around the world and in America. We were for it, Joaquin was against it, his brother was for it. So we had a plan to kidnap Joaquin, lock him in the closet, bring his brother on the House floor, have him vote yes. We never told you that. In any case, he does so much to help raise money for underprivileged students. He's created a literacy campaign and book drive. He works with Achieving Dream. But I first got to know him when he came to Switzerland in 2010 as a member of the American Swiss Foundation Young Leaders Program, people that were going to be president. And so it's so much fun to reconnect with them from Bern, Switzerland to Washington, D.C., now to Fairfax County. Ladies and gentlemen, the look-alike, perhaps, of the next Vice President of the United States.